Your girlfriend wants you to share your feelings. She says, I'm here for you, you can tell me anything. But the moment you actually open up and share your feelings, she loses respect for you, which can feel like she's setting a trap. Super confusing. So today I'm going to show you how to share your feelings in a way that actually makes her more attracted to you using a very simple, practical technique. Let's get into it. So here's what I see over and over again, and I've seen this a lot with the guys I coach. Most men deal with their emotions in one of two ways. Option A, you bottle everything up and say I'm fine when you're not actually fine. Then you run away to your phone, to your laptop, to the gym. You do basically anything to avoid looking at what's actually going on inside of you. Or option B, you hold it all in until you can't anymore, and then all the feelings come out at once, like a valve that explodes. You get the shaky voice, the tears you didn't expect, the heavy breathing, maybe you raise your voice, maybe you spiral into a rant about everything that's been eating at you for the last 2 weeks. Your girlfriend is then sitting there watching you unravel and she doesn't know what to do. Either way, if you bottle up your feelings, she's unhappy, and if you dump your feelings onto her, she loses respect for you. It's a dilemma that can suck. Quick question though, which one are you? The guy who bottles everything up or the guy who unloads his emotions? Drop it in the comments. Now, I actually made a full video breaking down why bottling up your emotions and dumping them on your girlfriend can destroy your relationship over time. I'll link it up here, check out the deep dive. But today I want to give you the practical fix, how to share your emotions without her losing respect for you. I'm Henry, by the way, and I coach analytical men who want to fix their anxiety and build confidence. I teach that which the self-help industry is too afraid to tell you. If that sounds like your kind of content, hit subscribe. Let's get into it. So let's shortly talk about why when you have an emotional breakdown, women get turned off. I'm not going to sugarcoat this. Women are biologically wired to feel attracted to men who are emotionally stable. Why? Because when you're emotionally stable, she can relax into her feminine energy. I know it sounds a bit confusing, but I'll explain in a second. Basically, she's able to be soft, she can relax, she can be emotional because she trusts that you've got things handled. That's basic psychology. There's a deep evolutionary reason why women gravitate towards men who can lead and provide, which allows her to be soft and feminine. I break down why that is the case in another video. I'll link it up here. But here is what happens when you have an emotional breakdown in front of her. She gets scared, not because she thinks you're weak as a person, but because in that moment, nobody is leading in the relationship. She's thinking, if he's falling apart and I'm falling apart, who's steering the ship? So what does she do? She steps up. She takes on the masculine leader role. She becomes the rational one, the calm one, the problem solver. She becomes like your therapist, and that kills her ability to be soft and feminine around you, which, whether she can articulate it or not, turns her off. Maybe you've noticed this after a breakdown, things feel off. She might feel a little bit more distant, like she's more guarded. Now here's the thing, and I want to be real with you. As a man, and you know this, you're not a machine. You're a human being. You're going to have moments where you feel overwhelmed, stressed, anxious, frustrated. The goal isn't to never feel emotions because that would be the bottling up strategy, and we already know that doesn't work. The goal is to handle your emotions in a way that lets you stay in the leadership position, in control of yourself, which allows her to stay in her feminine energy, so that she doesn't have to man up. And I want to highlight here that it's important to be authentic in your relationship. Obviously, you should share how you feel, but it's important to do it in a smart, masculine way, in a way that allows her to remain in her feminine, soft energy. And I'll explain in a second why you as the man benefit from that, because it might not be 100% clear yet. So how do you share your emotions in a smart, masculine way? The solution is quite simple and very practical. Process your emotions by yourself before you talk to your girlfriend. That's it. Basically, open up the valve of your emotions before you talk with her. That's the core principle. Here's why this works. The big mistake most guys make is that they run from their emotions all day. And I understand as guys why we do this. We don't want to feel overwhelmed. We don't want to feel the sadness or the anxiety. So we avoid our feelings by, for example, scrolling on our phone. The thing is, however, this becomes a bigger problem because eventually when your girlfriend then asks you, well, how are you doing? The dam breaks and the valve explodes because you haven't attended to what you've been feeling all day. The pressure has been building for hours, sometimes days or even weeks. And then her question is the pin that pops the balloon. And then you explode and then she loses respect for you. So the fix here is release the pressure before you sit down and talk with her, so that when you sit down and talk to her, you can share your emotions with a neutral mindset, with an attitude of, hey, this is what's going on, this is what's inside of me, but I've got it all under control, rather than, oh my god, my life is falling to pieces, the world is going to end. The first way of sharing your emotions is that of a leader, a man who takes responsibility for how he's feeling and what's going on in his life, which keeps her attracted to you. The latter way is that of somebody who is not a leader, somebody who is complaining, somebody who's not taking responsibility for what's going on in his life, which can make her lose respect for you. And disclaimer, obviously, if you break down once, not much is gonna happen. However, if you're somebody who regularly breaks down and then needs your partner to be your therapist, here's what actually happens. She stops seeing you as her man and starts seeing you as her responsibility. The sex slows down. The affection gets replaced with distance. She's less excited to see you, less playful, less present around you, and you don't know why. Because she probably hasn't said anything. She's just different. And the worst part, she probably won't even tell you it's because of this. She'll say she's stressed, or she needs space, or she doesn't know what's wrong. But underneath it, the dynamic has flipped. Basically, you've become the emotionally dependent one in the relationship, you're in the feminine pole, and she's become the exhausted leader who's trying to fulfill the masculine role because you're not doing it. And that creates distance between both of you. That's how good relationships quietly die. Not in a blow up, but in a slow fade. And if nothing changes, if you keep unloading without processing your emotions beforehand, you will eventually lose connection to her. Not because she stopped loving you, but because she can't be in her feminine energy with you, which makes women unhappy. By the way, I go deeper into these strategies like this in my free newsletter. It's specifically for analytical guys who want to understand their emotions without the fluffy self-help nonsense. I'll drop the link in the description. It's worth checking out if this is hitting home for you. So here's the practical method to process your emotions by yourself before you speak with your girlfriend, which will ultimately make her more attracted to you. When you notice strong emotions building up inside of you, stress from work, frustration, anxiety, whatever it is, commit to 10 to 20 minutes alone. Sit down somewhere private, without your phone, without any distractions. Draw your attention to where you feel the emotion in your body, your chest, your stomach, your throat, wherever it is. Then breathe into it. Don't fight it, don't analyze it, just let it come up. And when it comes up, accept it. Let it move through your body. If you need to cry, cry. If you want to yell into a cushion, do it. If you want to play sad music because it helps you cry and release the emotions, put the music on. The key here is to basically accept the emotion, give it room inside of yourself, and then keep your attention on the emotion and let it move inside of you. You can also look up the Sedona method. It's a solid framework for processing emotions, and it's quite structured, and analytical guys tend to like it, so you check that out. So you can Google that. It's called the Sedona method. After 10 to 20 minutes, you'll probably feel noticeably lighter. But here's a little piece of advice. Don't immediately go and talk to your girlfriend right after, because when we feel our emotions, our energy is usually low right afterwards. You might feel drowsy or like you want to crawl into bed. So give yourself some time, 30 minutes, an hour, to return to your normal baseline mood, and then go and talk to her. Here's what changes when you do this. When you share your feelings after you've already processed them, they don't come bursting out. There's no breakdown, no shaky voice, no spiral. Instead, you share what's going on calmly, clearly, like a man who's in control, a leader. You might say something like, hey, I've been dealing with some stress at work, some anxiety. I've been sitting with it and working through it, but I wanted you to know what's been on my mind. That's it. That's what emotional leadership looks like. And the interesting thing is, the more you process your emotions by yourself, the less you'll feel the need to share them, because you're already taking responsibility for how you feel by yourself, so you don't need a partner or a therapist to help you. And your girlfriend, she'll respect the hell out of you for it. She'll feel safe, she'll feel soft and feminine, and she'll feel way closer to you, not further away. But it goes deeper than that. When you consistently process your emotions by yourself, something will change in your relationship. She will start trusting you more, not just with the small stuff, but with her heart. She'll open up to you more. She'll be more affectionate, more playful, and you'll likely have way more sex. She will know that when things get hard, you're not going to fall apart. You're going to handle it. That's the kind of man women stay with, not because they have to, but because they deeply want to. The tension that used to exist between both of you, that low-grade friction, the walking on eggshells, the feeling like something's always off, it dissolves. You stop feeling like you have to hide what's going on inside of you, and she stops feeling like she has to manage you. You become a team and you are leading it. This is exactly the kind of shift I help my clients make. These are guys who used to bottle everything up or unload their emotions onto their girlfriend. Now they are leading. Their girlfriends or wives are more attracted to them. The tension is a lot lower, and it didn't require years of therapy, it only required learning this skill. Now, if this video hit a nerve, I want you to do two things. First, if you know a guy who's struggling with this, send him this video. Seriously, this is the kind of stuff nobody teaches men, and it can save a relationship. Second, subscribe if you haven't yet. I put out content like this every week, practical, no BS strategies for men who want to stop being controlled by their anxiety and start leading their lives. And if you're sitting here thinking, this makes sense, but I don't know how to actually apply this to my situation, I get it. Every guy's situation is slightly different. That's exactly why I offer a free one-to-one clarity call. We'll look at what's exactly going on in your life, your relationship, your confidence, your anxiety, and I'll give you a clear picture of what's holding you back and what to do about it. The link to book that call is in the description. And if you're not ready for that yet, totally fine. Join the newsletter. I send out 1 email a week with strategies and frameworks that I don't share anywhere else. It's free and it's built for analytical men, and it'll give you a head start on fixing this stuff. Link is also in the description. Alright, go and process your emotions like a man, and the respect you desire from your partner will naturally follow. I'll see you in the next video.